All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome to today's video. And boy, do I have a good one for us today. I went ahead and purchased the A1 Mini with the AMS Lite combo kit. It went on sale recently and the whole combo was only $400. So I went ahead and purchased this with my own money. Bambu did not send this to me. There's no editorial control or anything like this. I bought this all on my own. So in today's video, we'll go over some of the specs and everything of the A1 Mini, the size of it and everything like that. We'll go ahead and get it unboxed and set up, and I'll tell you how hard it is to do that. And then we'll print one of our really cool Nimitz benchies on here and see what it does with the benchy and see how long it takes to print the benchy. So if you've been wondering about the A1 Mini and if it's worth the $400 that it advertised at, then today's video is perfect for you because we'll be going over all of that. So if all that sounds good, then sit back and relax and we'll get everything ready. All right, so here we are on Bambu's website, and as you can see, here is the A1 Mini, and the combo is $399. Now, if you just want to do the A1 Mini with a single color, which I could totally see you doing that, it's only $249, which is not bad. So for an entry-level 4-color printer, I just can't see you do any better than this. It is very small, like the print surface is very small, but it doesn't take up that much room on the desk either. So I think this is perfect for a beginner printer if you don't have a lot of space. You know, it's a great second printer. I am super excited to have this as my second printer. So we'll see how it is to unbox and put together and everything, but I'm super excited to have this. It looks fairly simple and easy to put together. And we'll see how long it takes to do the normal benchy on the show here. But it does look like it is very, high speed. So the one downside that I see of this is the size of the build plate. So it's not very big, but again, there's some benefits to that. And a lot can be said about the size. You're right, it's not going to take up a lot of room on the desk or anything like that. The second kind of negative on it is the filaments. You can't do all of the filaments that you can with like the X1C or whatever because it's not enclosed, or even like the P1S or P1P. So smaller build plate, open bed slinger type, right? But I think this will be a great little second printer, or this would be a great beginner printer for a very low cost, right? For $400, I think the very first Creality printer that I had was around $400, and it didn't do multicolor or any of this stuff. So a lot to be said about that. So let's go ahead and get it unboxed and put together, and we'll see what all of that looks like. All right, so let's go ahead and get it out of the box and see what this thing looks like. All right, so this is the first part of it, and it does come with the filament swatches, which is pretty cool. I already have these, but that's cool to have. And then I'm guessing these are the little holders for the AMS. And there's a little toolkit and everything. And believe it or not, this tiny little thing is the build plate. How cute does that little thing look? Oh, so funny. All right, so let's take a look at the rest of it. All right, so that's basically everything unboxed. And I got to say, this thing is really little. It doesn't take up a whole lot of space. If you're looking for a printer for, like a child, middle school, beginning of high school that needs to, sit in their room on their desk or whatever, this is perfect. This is a perfect little size. for an entry level 3D printer, or the perfect size for a second printer. One of the reasons why I wanted to buy this is, one, to test it out, but two, sometimes I just have to print like a bunch of little pieces or something like that while I'm doing a bigger project in the X1C. So this is perfect for those smaller little parts. You can put the 0.2 nozzle on here. So I'm thinking in future prints, I might be able to use the 0.2 nozzle to get a little bit better quality out of these smaller, little more intricate pieces that print on here. But for a beginner printer, the first printer that you get for $400, I don't see you doing better than a 4-color printer. And we'll probably see that this thing is super duper fast as well. So I'm going to go ahead and get it finished set up the rest of the way. I'm not going to record that, but if I do find anything interesting or anything like that, then I will record that and let you know. Otherwise, I'll go ahead and get it the rest of the way set up. All right. So that took about 15 minutes. Was not bad at all. The instructions were really good. What I do want to call out is the tools they give you, the packaging, everything, the instructions, everything's really good, easy to follow, super duper simple. Could not be more impressed with it. So let's go ahead and turn it on for the first time and we'll see what happens. I also got this cool little plate that I printed while I was waiting for it already installed. All right, let me go to the front so I can see. All right, so I connected it to the internet. Now it's asking me to connect to the Bambu Handy app. So I scanned the little code and it attached it to my account. That easy. All right, looks like it needs to update and do all of that. So I'll let it do that and then I'll meet you in Bambu Studio and we'll go ahead and get our first print ready to go. All right, so here we are in Bambu Studio. And the first thing that we need to do here is add the A1 Mini to this screen to make sure that we have the right build surfaces and everything. So I don't have it added just yet. And how you add a new printer like that, or a new printer type, is you hit this little gear right here. That brings up this menu. We'll see that we have the A1 Mini, and I want to add the 0.4, the 0.2, and the 0.6 since I have those size of nozzles. I'll hit confirm, and it'll switch us over to the 0.2. We have the 0.4 in there right now, and it does have the textured plate on there. And we'll notice if we do a sync here, that's interesting. This is the AMS from my X1C. But the second part is I think I need to connect the device over here for the AMS to update correctly. So the next thing that you do once you have the build surface and everything here in there is you need to go ahead and connect to your printer. So the way you do that is to go to device and you're going to click right here. And the first time that you see this, I think it's the serial number that's in there, and you'll want to hit this little edit button and name your A1 Mini. I just named mine my A1 Mini, and then I can select that. And then we'll see that the AMS is empty on this one, and we go back to prepare and hit sync. Sync filament with AMS will drop current selection filament presets and colors. Do you want to continue? Yes. There are no compatible filaments and sync is not performed. So I haven't added any filaments to the AMS or anything like that. So let me get that added in there, and I'll record a video of doing one or two of those so you can see the difference in that and the normal AMS. And then we'll get back in here and print out a Benchy. All right, so now let's load the AMS. And it looks like you feed the filament from the bottom here into the tube that goes up there. So this is 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we'll load that and let it do its thing. And then we'll go back into Bambu Studio. All right, and it loads really fast. So let's put this one here. All right, so loading it from the bottom a little bit is a little bit blind, which will take a little bit of getting used to, but it's not bad at all. So let me get the rest of them loaded up and I'll meet you in Bambu Studio. All right, so as you saw, loading the AMS Lite is 10,000 times easier than the normal AMS. I cannot emphasize that enough. That is 9,000 times better. I'll say 5 more different numbers. It is much better. All right, so let's go ahead and sync the filaments and see if all of that works. And there we go. Black in number 1, white in number 2, the blue in 3, and the brown in number 4 there. So that worked really, really easy, and can't say enough about how less of a pain in the butt that is. So let's go ahead and get our benchy on here, and we'll go ahead and get it printed. All right, and the benchy is on here, and as you can see, it's almost the size of the whole plate. So it recommends printing it over here, so we'll let it do that. And I think it's because the camera is over here, so it's setting it up to print for the camera. So we will do a time lapse and see what the time lapses look like on here. But let's do this cool little blue color that we have here and print it in there. So normally on the X1C, I think this benchy takes about an hour and 15 minutes if you do all the calibrations and everything. So let's see what this one looks like. So we'll go ahead and slice the plate, and an hour and a half total time on there. So right around the same time, maybe a little bit more than what we normally see on the X1C. So that is very interesting. Looks like it'll print very fast. So I did notice as it went through its calibration and doing all of that stuff is very quiet too. So if you have a young one that's wanting to get into 3D printing and you don't want the loudest thing in the world, this seems to be very, very quiet so far. We'll see how it does as it's printing. So let's go ahead and get the first print printed on this thing. And we don't need to do flow dynamics calibration because we have the textured PEI plate, but we do want to do the time lapse. So let's go ahead and send it. Okay, so this is interesting. Enabling traditional time lapse photography may cause surface imperfections. It is recommended to change to smooth mode. Please click the confirm if you still want to proceed with printing. So let's click out of that, and what that is referring to, I believe, is in others and is the time lapse right here. So traditional, it's recommending smooth for this. So this is a good opportunity since we made a change to this normal setting right here. Let's go ahead and save that as the 0.20 millimeter Lenny setup, and that way you can always refer back to these changes that you've made. So it recommends the smooth, so let's do the smooth on there, and we'll go ahead and slice it again. And that's interesting that it says that it does imperfections on there. And then we'll go ahead and print the plate. And again, we'll hit the time lapse, make sure the A1 mini is selected, make sure the right filament's in there, and we'll go ahead and send it to the printer. And I'll see you when it gets done. All right, so how cool was that time lapse? It's really cool that it kind of expands out and everything's really kind of focused in, and it's a different, time lapse than I'm used to on my X1C. So hopefully you enjoyed it too. That is one of the differences between them, is that time lapse is pretty cool, and it does come from the side over here, like we had saw. So let me play a clip right now, and I'll show you how loud it is as it's printing. So as you can see, while it's printing, it's not that loud at all, and is fairly quiet. So again, if you're looking for a printer to sit on a desk in somebody's room or something like that and be fairly quiet, this is a really, really good printer for that. Now, as far as being plug and play, for sure, this is plug and play. I didn't change any of the settings. We put it together, followed the instructions, took about 15 minutes, opened up the Bambu Studio, connected everything to it, put a STL in there of the benchy, and it printed out just fine. Is it the most perfect print? No. I can probably run a couple more calibrations or something like that on the machine and get it to be just a little bit better. But as far as plug and play right out of the box, definitely can do that. I was thoroughly impressed with that. So I'm super excited to have this in the arsenal. So from now on, every time I test a filament, if we can, we'll test it on both so you can see all of that. And I did buy a bunch of accessories for the A1 Mini already. So look out for that video in the future, and I'll show you some of the accessories that I bought with this that I think may be a must have. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. We got a new Bambu printer in the stable here to keep us at bay until the extra large one comes in. But I'm going to thoroughly enjoy this one. This one is really, really cool. I'm going to have fun printing with it, and I hope you do too. So I hope everybody has a great rest of your week, and I'll see everybody next weekend. Don't forget to join us on the live stream. Smash that like button, hit subscribe. Thanks for watching, everybody.